Hello everyone, and welcome back to Sakura Unboxing. So welcome to a sort of video that I feel like every figure collector does, and that is cleaning up our My Figure Collection wish pages. So I have a ton of figures to go through today, and I just kind of want to, delete some of them, some that I just don't feel like I desire anymore, and just kind of see like where I was at the beginning of my start of figure collecting and where I am kind of now. So yes, also if you noticed, I do have the glasses on today. I just didn't feel like wearing my contacts, so yeah, I do have glasses. And I just kind of want this to be sort of cozy, chill video. I got my tea ready, I got some cookies, and I'm just, trying to get a little cozy because it is a little bit snowy outside, so I just kind of want to do a sort of just chill video today. So yes, without further ado, let us get started. So yes, I have my Figure Collection page up now. I tried recording this video in the past, but some parts of at least the screenshots didn't record, so I kind of gave up. So there's just going to be a whole big section where I'm just going to be getting rid of a lot of figures, unfortunately, because I messed up. So I have this filtered by date. So like date, I added these figures to my wish list. Kind of give us a little bit of a good timeline. So yes, we're gonna be starting off. This wasn't actually the first one I added, unfortunately, but we're just gonna start here, and that is the Senbon Sakura Hatsune Miku Nendoroid. I love the song Senbon Sakura, and this one is a very cute Nendoroid overall. And yeah, so she comes with a bunch of different accessories, and Kaito also has a Senbon Sakura version. I'm surprised the other characters don't, like Rin and Len. They don't have a Senbon Sakura version. But yeah, super cute, but I'm gonna take this off the list because I already have that Design Coco Senbon Sakura Miku on pre-order, so I don't feel like the need to pick up another version. But yeah, super cute. Kind of pricey, it looks like in some places, so yeah. So this one is, I'm gonna take off the wish list. After that, this one is staying on because this is a husbando, and that is the Okami Ushiwaka First 4 figure. Now, this freaking figure is like, when will they finally put up a prototype or something of Waka? I love Waka, one of my favorite Okami characters. Yeah, needless to say, this is like the latest comment from a year ago. It's getting pretty bad. I really don't know what's taking them so long to do so. I did see that, I believe a comment mentioned he's going to be resin, so I would have liked him to be PVC, but I'm still going to pick him up because I would love a figure of Waka in my collection. I'm pissed that they're making like some of the other characters, especially like Oki. He's got like 3 or 4 figures, and I'm like, where's the Waka representation? So yes, this is like a very anticipated figure for me. Whenever they do get it done, it's definitely going to be pre-ordered. I'm just saying that much, and definitely going to get a review because I love Waka that much. So yeah, he's definitely staying on the wish list. Next is the Kaito Senbon Sakura version. I'm probably going to take off the list, but yeah, very cute overall. Kind of pairs up nicely with the Miku. So yeah. Just a little simple Kaito Nendoroid. I kind of like his like angry little expression with the sword. It's cute. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's one I would want. Pretty old Nendoroid, so 2015 release date. So yeah, I feel like I can definitely live without this Nendoroid. Next up, we're keeping this on the list because I am a massive Hoseki no Kuni, or Land of the Lustrous fan, and this is apparently supposed to be a Figma. This is the Hoseki no Kuni Phospholite Figma by Max Factory. There has been nothing on this figure. I guess they just announced it and then there has been nothing on it. Yeah, literally people have been saying comments like this. So yeah, I don't know if they just like never decided to go through with it, or it's just like on a hiatus or something, like the manga is right now, by the way. Oh my god. But yes, I absolutely love this series. Definitely highly recommend watching the anime or reading the manga because it is absolutely gorgeous. So hopefully maybe with a second season, or when the manga is gonna conclude, that Max Factory will finally do something with this Figma. I'll keep it on the list for the time being. Another figure staying on the list because this is one of my newest Grail figures, which I'm hoping gets another re-release, and that is of course the Black Butler Book of Circus Undertaker Artifacts J 1/8 by Kotobukiya. This figure, absolutely gorgeous. I love Undertaker's design. This scythe looks awesome. He's got the long hair. I freaking love this so much. The only problem is, aftermarket wise, this is a very expensive figure, unfortunately. I guess because there really isn't any figures of him and he's pretty popular. But yeah, so I've seen he's been released 3 times already. That's how popular this is. Like, that Kotobukiya is saying that people want to get him for, at retail price, considering the fact that you pretty much can't find him for, cheap. He's pretty much 200 USD plus. And yeah, I am praying for a fabled 4th re-release of this man because I really want him in my collection, and I think a new Black Butler anime is coming out this year, so hopefully Kotobukiya just jump on that train, give the Black Butler fans what they want. So yeah, hoping to get another re-release so I can get him for retail price, because this would be an excellent addition to both my Scythe theme collection as well as my long-haired boy collection. Next up on the list we have another Nendoroid. This is the Kamui Gakupo Nendoroid, another Vocaloid character, who really doesn't have any figures at all. Also, what is that price? But I've seen people sell them for like cheaper, like under 100 USD, but yes. I like Gakupo's character design. Again, it's another long-haired boy. And there really, unfortunately, is not any, like, other figures of him. I think they're, like, garage kits. So yeah, there's that. And, I don't know what, okay. So yeah, I just kind of want to pick him up a little bit. So I'm gonna keep him on the list. He is a very, very, very old Nendoroid. So yeah, 2012, thinking 12 years ago at this point. I'm still stuck in 2023, but very old Nendoroid. I kind of want to pick him up, so I'm just gonna actually keep him on the list, as kind of maybe dumb as it is. After that, we have this one, which I put on the list because it's like kind of a Sakura themed Nendoroid, and this is the Shin Sakura Taisen Amamiya Sakura 1/7 by Revolve is apparently the manufacturer, but then Amakuni is the producer and Hobby Japan is the distributor. Put this one on the list because, again, I like Sakura themed figures and she kind of has that in her design. It's mostly in the outfit though. Yeah, at the same time, yeah, and she's even got the Sakura on the back, which I think is cool. I do kind of like the pose that she has. Everything is kind of has a nice flow to it. At the same time, I'm just not familiar with the series that this character is from. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be kind of wishy-washy as well throughout this video, because it's like, there's some parts of this figure I like, but I just don't know the character too well. So yeah, there's that. Honestly, I think I'm actually gonna take this one off the list. As much as there's some like cute Sakura elements, I'm just not familiar with the character at all to warrant thinking about picking this one up in the future. Next is this one, which is, a very popular SkyTube figure, I feel, and this is the Hananoi Anna 1/6 figure by Alphamax or SkyTube, and this is the Hot Dog Girl figure. And I'm just going to show this one picture. I might put pictures like on the side as well, because some of them are just not safe for work, and I just don't want to have to censor as I have them on the screen. And usually I'm not too into orange, but I really like the orange on her. It's very nice and vibrant. She looks super cute as well. And this figure has not gotten like a re-release at all yet. So yeah, 2020, so it's been about 4 years since this figure came out. I kind of want to pick her up. I do think she looks very cute overall. We'll see what a recolor of this one would look like. But I do like the bright orange overall, and she looks very good overall. Next is another Nendoroid. We have the Cerberus Nendoroid from Helltaker, which honestly I'm just going to remove from the list. So I remember talking about this one a while back, how they had the multi-pack, which cost like a lot of money, wasn't really super discounted, which is unfortunate. Yeah. But yeah, Cerberus cute character design overall. Again, at the time, I just didn't want to pre-order them at all. It's like, oh, maybe I can wait for the triple pack. And now at this point, I don't even want any more Helltaker Ninjaroids, so yeah. Still very cute character designs, but I just don't really desire them anymore. And the same, of course, can be kind of said for the next Ninjaroid, which is the Amadeus Ninjaroid. And additionally, I feel like the Helltaker Ninjas are just more on the expensive side, which is unfortunate. But she looks super cute. I like the sort of hearts that she has around her, and her facial expressions are just really adorable. Yeah, you have a super embarrassed one. Yeah. They all look good. Again, I just, I like the character designs, but just not enough to want to pick up the Ninjaroids, and I'm still trying to sell my Lucifer and Justice Ninjaroids, so if anyone wants them, I do have an ad on my MyFigureCollection page. Shameless plug, but, I just don't really desire them in my collection anymore. Forgot to, yeah. So yeah, she's gonna get taken off the list. Next up, we have a figure from an anime that's a little bit nostalgic to me, and that is Hetalia. A lot of people have mixed opinions on it, and this is the Hetalia, the World Twinkle, Japan, and Pochi-kun, 1/8 by Broccoli. Japan being one of my favorite characters from the series, and honestly, I do just have some nostalgia for Hetalia. It was one of kind of the first anime I've watched, and I don't know, I enjoyed it. I know there were those Hetalia fans out there, and I was kind of one of those that took world history seriously. Kind of cringy, actually. Shouldn't say kind of. Very cringy, just because of, this show. But yeah, I haven't watched in a long time. Honestly, I just, fell out with it. But yeah, this Japan figure, I was actually about to buy it from someone else, but I just, I turned it down at the last second. I'm like, I think I'm fine without him. But, he looks pretty great overall. I do like Japan in his white as well as his black uniform. And yeah, I think this looks good overall. So yeah, 2018, and pretty expensive in the aftermarket. Well, someone is selling him for 160, but still, compared to a 10,500 yen price tag, that's quite a lot. So yeah, I still kind of want to keep him on the list. I do like the way he looks overall, and he's one of my favorites from the series, so yeah. For the time being, he's staying on. Next, we have this Chio 1/4 figure by Freyang with the tights. Now, originally I did have her pre-ordered without the tights, and I do think she looks good without them. But I just, the delays happened with her, and I just, I just don't want her anymore. I might actually just take this one off the list, because I feel like I don't desire this one anymore. Plus, I've heard some things, with the hair and such, and there's just some, issues with this figure. So yeah, she does, of course, she does pair with the, Mamako figure. Well, I might, again, I'm being very wishy-washy. But yeah, even without the tights, I think she looks pretty good. Maybe I can get her, cheaper. People are still, I think, selling this one for a pretty high amount. For the time being, I'm keeping it on the list. I don't know. I'll maybe take it off, later after, I'm done with this video. Next, we have another Chio figure, which, would have been, maybe my alternative if I didn't get the freeing one, and that is the Unnameable Bunny version by Max Factory, which I've heard, pretty good things about this one. Yeah, just the skull, the pose, this, very white metallic bunny outfit. She's got her tail, and, she's serving a wine glass full of eyeballs. So yeah, this one looks super nice overall, and Max Factory, they have very nice quality overall. Yeah, I think also maybe slightly pricey aftermarket-wise. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'll keep this one on the list again if I were to pick a Chio figure between the 1/4 and this 1/6. And one figure, another grail that I'm really hoping gets a re-release, because I love this series so much. Definitely one of my top manga of all time. And that is, of course, That is, of course, Witch Hat Atelier. Go read this manga. It is gorgeous. The art style is fantastic and so much detail. This is, of course, the Koko and Fudemushi, or Brushbug as he's known in English, 1/8 scale by Kotobukiya. Very expensive aftermarket wise, you're looking at 200 plus USD. But this is such a lovely figure of Koko. You have her just drawing all of the sigils, and she's just in this very nice little set piece, and Brushbug is kind of just hanging around with her. It's just a very nice, like, looking figure overall. Oh my god, I really wish I, got into figure collecting earlier so I could have picked this up. Granted, this was before, I knew the series. I think I started reading this series in 2022, close to the end of 2022, so it's been a while, but I've been keeping up with it ever since. It's that good. And an anime has been announced and is still in the works, and I am so freaking excited for this one. So yeah, I know Kotobukiya is definitely going to re-release this to just like bank when the anime finally gets like announced. So yeah, 2020 for 14,800 yen, which I think is pretty good, but people selling it for a hell of a lot more, unfortunately. So yes, again, one of my top grails. I would also love to see so many other Witch Hat Atelier characters get, figures, and I'm most likely going to be actually pre-ordering like any Witch Hat Atelier figure that comes out, because I love the character so much, and it'd be just good to have a dedicated collection to this series. So now we're moving on to a non-safe for work figure, which is the original Creators Collection Nure China 1/6 by Native and Rocket Boy. Now, this one, I remember I was like very excited for her, especially seeing that original artwork. This is illustrated by Mataro, and the only thing that really turned me off was definitely the price tag, and it was just coming out in a very bad month, so I just didn't pre-order her at all. She does look very gorgeous overall. I do, of course, I love the Sakura theme on her sleeves, and the base, very simple, not overly large, which I do quite like. Yeah, so she looks absolutely gorgeous, but again, because of the month she comes out, I just didn't want to pre-order her. I might just keep this one on the wish list. I'm not too sure if it's going to go down aftermarket wise, but I think she looks very pretty overall. Next up, we have this one from a game series that I feel like is not well known, I feel like, but I really enjoyed, and that is the Princess Sakuna from Sakuna of Rice and Ruin, a game that I really enjoyed. It's a combination of sort of like farming and side-scroller beat-em-up. That's the best way I can describe it. And this is by Belfine, who's pretty infamous, so that's why I didn't want to pre-order it and take that risk. But yeah, this is pretty much like based off like the cover artwork of the game. But, from these pictures, it does look very good. But again, Belfine quality is definitely miss a majority of the time. I'm curious if, people do have this one. And yeah, I already have the Nendoroid and the Pop-Up Parade, so I'm like, I don't feel like I really need a scale figure. And honestly, from this user photo, it doesn't actually look that bad. It actually looks pretty good and clean overall. But yeah, I don't know if I want to take this one off the list. Cause yeah, it actually looks good. It doesn't look like there's anything messed up with it. And yeah, and the prices, they seem to fluctuate, so yeah, 22 is expensive. So hopefully, if you do want this one, you can get it for less. Might actually just leave her on the list for the time being. This figure, the next one, I really want Alter to re-release, and that is, of course, the Kekai Sensen Leonardo and Sonic 1/7 ending version by Alter, or for Alter's male figure line. I freaking love Kekai Sensen. Very great anime with a lot of action, and there really isn't a lot of figures from this series though. It's mostly, Nendoroids. I know there's some Figmas, and this is really like the only sort of scale figured that I've seen. And the ending to the first season of Kekai Sensen, very awesome, very famous. And yeah, so yeah, he comes with different facial expressions, and it just looks good, and it's Alter, so the quality is going to be fantastic. And I believe he does come with like another sort of base, I believe, that he can stand on top of. Yeah. I'm not gonna dive too deep into those pictures, but yeah. One release, and that was in 2016. I'm surprised they didn't do another re-release for the second season, which is unfortunate, but I'm keeping him on the list because I think, you know, I really enjoyed that series and I kind of want to pick him up at a very reasonable price because aftermarket-wise, it's just crazy at the moment. Next is a pretty grand figure. This is the Shingeki no Bahamut Dark Dragoon Forte 1/8 by Kotobukiya. So this one, I just really like the character design. A little bit of black and white with the lances, and it's pretty grandiose. I'm not too familiar at all with this series, but she looks very awesome overall. I really like this character's design. I believe she was actually in Dragalia Lost, which was made by like the same same video game company, I believe, and I actually pulled her in game. So yeah, she looks super nice overall. I think quite expensive aftermarket wise, but yeah, even though I don't really know much about this character, I'd like to pick her up because I think she looks super cool. So hold on to her for the time being. After that, we have this Marin Kitagawa figure by Aniplex. I'm gonna take this off the list. I did enjoy My Dress of Darling, but not to the extent that I want to pre-order a Marin figure. I feel like everyone loves Marin, but I just feel like I can just live without figures of her. But I've heard nothing but good things about this Aniplex version of her. Like, the face looks good, the hair. I do like the way it kind of flows out. She's just got such a very cute expression overall. But again, at this moment, I just don't have that much of strong attachment to the series as I feel like other people. So I feel like I can just do without this figure for the time being. Next is this one, which is from Call of the Night, I believe. This is the Nanakusa Nazuna 1/7 by Kotobukiya. I feel like this is a very cool figure overall in terms of like design. You know, she wears like this big jacket, and I believe like underneath her it's supposed to be kind of like the city, like she's just flying over the city, which I think is a very cool sort of design choice for this figure. So yeah, she also comes, if you get her off the Kotobukiya store, like her hair is down. So there's that, and it's a different facial expression. I haven't watched the series, and I feel like I'm fine without this figure, so I'll take that one off as well. And now we have a whole bunch of Land of the Lustrous garage kits that I put on here, which are staying on here, because I'm really hoping a manufacturer picks these up, because just the amount of talent that some people have in the garage kit community is just amazing. So I'm gonna kind of blitz through these ones. So these are mostly going to be by r.glatcc, and we're starting up with Bort, who looks fantastic. I love the idea of the crystal base, and yeah, just how shiny these guys look. They look so good. I really like Bort's design, very long-haired character. And just like the painting that they've done on this one is like awesome. I would love to pick these up so much just to put them for my Land of the Lustrous collection. It'd be so nice to have them all together. And I believe these were, sold in the past, but now when you go on buy and such, they're just super expensive. So yeah, starting off with Bort, and then we have, of course, Cinnabar. Like, kind of like a more bust sort of figure in a way. So this is, their mercury is kind of just like dripping out. And I believe this was actually pre-painted and sold, but I didn't get the chance to do so. But I just love the idea of this one. This one is excellent, and again, the hair, amazing. After that, we have the Amethyst Twins, also by the same place, the same circle. Yeah, purple crystals, sort of half, bust. Very nice looking overall. And then we have, also by the same studio, we have Diamond. Yeah, these are just, again, absolutely gorgeous. The eyelashes are sculpted. Yeah, just super pretty overall. I have just no talent when it comes to doing garage kits, unfortunately, so I can't really, do these. But yeah, see, this one is painted by someone else. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have like the time or the materials to do garage kits, unfortunately. And then this one I talked about actually in a figure festival, which is Pad Paracha. Like, the pose is so good. The hair, the base, this circle is absolutely amazing. How has a figure manufacturer not picked them up to actually paint figures of these characters? And you can even tell, like, the clothing, like, just the details of it, the wrinkles and such is just, like, excellent. So good. So good. And then this one is actually by a different figure studio, by Mo Neu as the circle, which is of Phosphophilate, the main character. And you do have some items in there that are references in the series, which I think is great. I won't spoil what they are, so just read the series. But yeah, this is an excellent looking figure of Foss. One that I definitely kind of want to pick up if it ever does get manufactured, because it just looks that good and I like the references in there. So yeah, a whole bunch of Hoseki no Kuni figures that I'm hoping some sort of manufacturer picks up in the very distant future. Now we are moving on to a Fate figure. Now, Fate figures on my wish list are most likely going to be kept on here because, you know, I'm really loving the series at the moment. So we have this grandiose one, which is the Fate Grand Order Ultra Pendragon 1/8 Lancer Alter by QuezQ. And my god, this is the definition of grandiose. You have her on this horse. Looks super cool. Absolutely amazing overall. And yeah, I'm not too sure what ascension of her this is. It might be third, I could be wrong. Put it up on screen, editing me. But this is just one I just didn't want to pre-order because A, the price tag, which I understand because you got that horse on there. And yeah, it looks badass. That's the best way I can describe it. But yeah, it's definitely like an arm and a leg for this figure, and I'm gonna see, yeah. And here it is in a display case. Now, I'm not too sure how wide exactly this is, but I can't imagine this fitting in a D12, and I can't imagine the weight of this figure, but yeah, it just looks super awesome. I don't have this character in game, so I can justify buying her. Plus, you know, the price tag. So, and she's actually coming out sometime this month. Maybe she'll get delayed, but yeah. I'm interested to see people's thoughts on this one when she finally releases. Next, we have this Miku figure, which is the Hatsune Miku 1/7 Miku Expo 2021 online version by Alphamax. And yeah, I kind of like the whole globe theme, the coloring, the way her twin tails sort of spiral. The only thing with this one was the price tag. Yeah, so let me get some pictures in. It's a nice character design, and I was like, oh, I was thinking of picking this one up. But then the price tag dropped, 33,000 yen, which is quite expensive for this Miku, in my opinion. You're looking at, like, you know, over 200 USD, which is, yeah, quite the price tag overall, for a 1/7 especially. And at the end of the day, this is just not a Miku I want at all, so I'll take her off the list. After that, more garage kits. We have some Bungo Stray Dogs garage kits. Both of them are by the Circle, it looks like N Collection, and Munuki. And this is the first one here we have is of Nakahara Chuya. Now, I haven't finished Bungo Stray Dogs. I haven't even finished the first season. But these garage kits just really caught my eye. They just look so good. I love the flow of everything and such. And yeah, there's even a matching Dazai to kind of go with him. Yeah, but just like the sculpt work on these, as well as just their faces, and the coloring is just like top tier, excellent. This makes me want to continue watching the series. So yeah, there's Chuya, and then we're jumping over to Dazai, who looks like fantastic. Again, originally I did have the 1/8 figure by Orange Rouge pre-ordered, but I just couldn't justify going through with ordering him, just because I'm like, you know, he's cheap, but I'm like, I just never finished Bungo Stray Dogs. But yeah, He looks excellent overall. Like, if this was manufactured, honestly, I would pick this one up over the Orange Rouge figure. So yeah, there's him. I'll keep him on the list again because I kind of want them if they were ever made by a manufacturer. Next, we have kind of a spoilery one. Heads up right now, I might put a timestamp to skip to another section because this is a kind of spoilery for Hoseki no Kuni. And this is, of course, the Phosphophilite garage kit. So Phos in their moon outfit, as well as with the head of another character. I won't spoil what it is and why they look like this. Maybe not the best looking garage kit in the world, at least with, like, you know, from the pictures. It's kind of, you know, it's simple, it's nothing too dynamic. But it looks, you know, pretty small overall, which I think is also kind of nice. And yeah, very simple, but again, there's no actual figures of this character, so that's why I put them on the list. Again, Hoseki no Kuni figures, they're staying on the list because I love that series too much. So I'm gonna end it there for this part of my massive wishlist cleanup. Now, I feel like I didn't take out as much as I wanted to. Again, I'm just wishy-washy on some figures, which I feel like I shouldn't be. And additionally, there's just so many to go through. And this actually might be 3 parts. Again, I'm also a little bit long-winded, so I apologize for that. I might try and trim some stuff down to the best of my ability. So yes, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video, and if you do like it, of course, feel free to subscribe to my channel to see what other figure and merch related shenanigans I get into next. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or night wherever you are, and take it easy. Goodbye.